Hey everybody, it's me, Raina. I've decided to start on a short session for numerology, the study of numbers in the universe and our lives, and they are all around us. They influence our lives, and if you can find out what your cycles are and what your numbers are and what cycles you are going through and what numbers are in your name. As you can see, each letter of the alphabet here has its own number. The number 1 has A, J, and S. The number 2 has B, K, and T. 3 has C, L, Y. 4 has D, M, and X scribble. 5 has E, N, and Y. The number 6 has F, 0, O, and Z. And 7 has G and P, and 8 has H and Q. 9 has 1 and R. We'll figure out how to figure out your name number. That is the number that you are known by. But first we're going to work on what the numbers mean. Okay, we're going to work on negatives and positives. We're going to start. These numbers are prevalent in the whole universe, and I find numerology to actually be more accurate than astrology. And I use it when I do someone's reading, too. I ask them what their month is and their days of their birth. Okay, to figure out let's start with, all right, we'll start with the number 1. Since it starts, I'll give you a little snippet of what the numbers mean. This is not going to be a whole, thing. It's just too much to explain. The number 1 means a driving force, like you would start. Driving forward. It's driving forward. It means get up and go. It means movement. It means beginnings. Can you guys read this? I hope. Beginnings. It means time to let go of the past, to bring new beginnings forward, to start something new, to start something that you've already begun in your 9 year, because that was your last year. They go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. till they hit 9, and then they start over again. We're talking about your year to find out what kind of personal year you are in, because this is so important in your life. Because when you find out what kind of personal year you're in, it will explain a lot to you. It'll explain why you're going through this. What the heck is going on with your life? Why do you keep pushing in one direction and things are going in another direction? This is numerology, and this is why. Because you're most likely fighting against the year you're in. Now, you can get the year from adding your birthday, your month, and the day you were born, and the year that we have now. So my birthday is 10/7, and the year we're in now is 2021. So we narrow them down. So we get a 10, which equals a 1. The 0 cancels out, plus 7, plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. That's 1 and 7 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. We cancel out the 0. That's a 1. 3, 4. I'm in a 4 personal year. Did you get how to do that? You just add your month of your birth, the day of your birth. Say you were born May 5th. It will be 5 plus 2021. So that will be 5 and 5 is 1 because it's a 10 and the 0 cancels out. Plus 2 That would be 1 plus 2. That's 3 plus 2. The 0 canceled out, which is a 5. No, 2 plus 2. 3. Yeah, okay, we're on 5. And 1 is a 6. So you would be in a 6 personal year. Did I get that right? Okay. Okay, so that's what you would be in. Okay, again, the 1, finding your personal year is very important if you want to do this, because this explains why you're going through what you're going through. So again, the 1 is driving forward, movement, beginnings, starting something. A 1 is always the beginning number. It sometimes is very difficult to do because you are starting something new, and you may find yourself, there's a downside to this too. Of course, there's always a downside with numbers. You may find difficulty finding direction. With direction, you may need a little extra help, a little nudge. You may be kind of at a loss, like for which way do I go? There's always a downside to things. So that's basically what a number 1 is. It's a first number in the numerology chart. If you're in a 1 year, it means it's a good time to start a job. It's a good time to start a diet. It's a good time to buy a house. It's a good time to make some kind of a new beginning. Not so much with relationships. It's more like a practical number. The odd numbers are more practical. The even numbers are more having to do with relationships, things that you would do around a house or a family thing. But the odd numbers are more like job things, having to do with people, but going out. The even numbers have more to do with family and home type things. Okay, that is the number 1. So I'm in a 4 year. That's coming up. All right, the 2 year. 2 year is next. And the number 2. The number 2. All right, the number 2 means you basically already started. If you're looking for your personal year, you've already started your 1 year. You're kind of winding down into it. It has to do with relationships. You could find your soulmate, your partnerships in a 2 year. You could find something that you find pleasing, that suits you. Something that suits you, that you can get into. Something that suits you. I hope you guys can sort of read my writing. Probably not. Something that suits, but I wanted a big black marker here. Something that suits you. You'll ease into something. Also on the downside of it too is trouble with relationships. Inability to keep things at a balance. It might mean over excesses. It warns you kind of to keep things balanced, not to watch what you eat, watch what you drink, take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Get yourself checked out. Stay on top of things. If you have a strange looking something in your body, something's not right, go get it checked out. It's a good time to do that, to see your doctor, to make sure that and also your mental health. Mental health is important here because you're going to feel probably a very emotional this year. A 2 has to do with emotional things. So there could be trouble brewing in a relationship. It has a lot to do with relationships. Even work relationships. Try to keep things on an even keel. Your job this year is not to rock the boat. Even keel. K-E-E-L. Is that how we do it? But anyway, to keep things on an even keel. Try not to rock the boat. Try to keep things going smoothly. A balance. Balance is the big word with the number 2. Okay? So if you're in the number 2 year, these are the things you have to watch out for. These are the things that you have to do. Remember, you add the month of your birth, the day of your birth, and the year, which we all are in the same year, 2021. And you will get the year that you're in. Now, to find the month you're in, all you would have to do is add the month that we're in right now and add the year that you're in right now. And you will get that. Okay? All right, now for the number 3, we're moving on here. The 3. The 3 is the number of communications. Same with the tarot. Communications. Good news. There might be baby, pregnancy, marriage. Good communications. There's also signing of documents, communications on paper, document signing. And maybe a divorce, a marriage, something having to do with communicating with others. Also on the downside, warns you against frictions with relatives. That's that one up. Frictions within the family. It's also a family card. Frictions within the family. It warns you about relationships like that, like documents, legal. There could be some legal problems here. The thing with this kind of year is, again, don't go to excesses. Watch what you say. Don't say things that are going to stir the pot. Watch what you say. Do not stir the pot. Because there's going to be gossip. There's going to be gossip. There's going to be words said and words floating around. And you've got to be careful to stay away from the big D word, drama. So that's what you need to stay away from. No drama. You don't want any drama in your 3 year. You want to keep things nice and pleasant. It can be an extremely pleasant, happy year. A very happy year. If you steer clear of these things. Okay, now I'm just going over this as giving you the short version of this. And you can do this with your name number too. You can find out what your name number is, how you're perceived. And you can use this chart. It's very easy. You just do this chart right here. And you just add up your numbers as you go along. And you'll find you may have an excess of number 5. And you may have no number 6s. So these are things that you'll have to work on, that you may be lacking. You may have no number 6s. We haven't got, or you say you have no number 2s. That means you have lack communicating with people. You have a problem with this, and you need to try to soften things a little, try to even things out, try not to come off a little too brash. That means you need to work on those kind of things when you figure your name number out. All right, we're up to number 4. 4 stinks as a year. I'm telling you that right now. It's a year you have to clean out your closet. Clean out that closet. Work towards something. Don't expect to reap your rewards yet. You have to work on this. It isn't an 8 year yet. You're not going to reap. You do the sowing. Sow and reap, it's your sowing year. You work on things. You do things that you've been putting off. It would be a good year to just keep pushing away at it. It's not a year to be lazy or let things go. No lazy. Don't let things go. If your roof has a leak in it, a small leak, don't say, it's not going to get any bigger. It will. Just keep chugging away, working. It'll be boring as hell. There won't be much of anything happening, but just, try to keep things even. Because things will move. Next year, things will really move for you. So basically, you're just going to kind of have a year where you need to do things. You need to just get everything done that you're supposed to do. If you're going to put in anything to do with your house or your property, get it done. It's a good year. It's not a good year to change jobs. No changing jobs. No big purchases. No big purchases, nothing extravagant, no vacations, unless, you can afford it, but no vacations, nothing kooky. No, probably not to start a relationship. Just keep going with what you have. I really am surprised if you can possibly read my writing. No relationships, just keep chugging along. Okay, a 5-year. Now, 5 changes everything. 5 is the number of change as it is in the tarot. I believe it's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the major arcana card. 5 is the year of change. Things will just happen. Surprises. A lot of emotional instability. Because things are constantly going to be changing. Things will change from week to week. And you won't know what's going to happen next. It's like totally different from your 4-year. Things are just moving and shaking. It's like being on a boat on the ocean. And therefore that can bring a lot of upset. It's not a good year to start a relationship or to get married. Upset. Nothing that happens in this year is going to be permanent. Nothing's going to be permanent, so don't plan on it. Take a vacation. Have some fun. But don't plan on anything lasting for very long. So it's not a good year to get married or to set your sights on something, to buy a house, because you'll be unpleasantly surprised at the things that'll happen this year. It's just a year to have some fun, roll with the punches, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Just take it as it comes. That's what a 5 means. I got married, my first marriage in a 5-year, and damned, it was something new. I got pregnant. I got, oh my God, all kinds of things happened that year. All right, a 6. A 6 is a better number. It's more stable. It's the number of family. It's a family number. Children. All kinds of family issues. It's a number of, sometimes it can be a number of secrets. Underlying family secrets coming to the surface. And family issues coming out. It's all to do with family, and it can be quite unpleasant. Normally, it can be a year of marriage, babies, pregnancy, working on a house, but not really working, just enjoying being around family. Everything revolves in this year around family and friends. So it's kind of a pleasant year. It's one of the more pleasant years, but there can be like secrets, family squabbling, family issues, and there's no way you're going to get out of it. So actually, there's really nothing like in a 3-year, you can kind of like avoid it. In a 6-year, it's more serious, it's more dark, it's more deep. It's more likely to cause problems than in a 3-year. So the best thing to do is just, I just don't see how you can get out of it. You just have to kind of roll with it. It might mean family breakups, marital breakups, divorces. That's what a 6-year is, basically. It has everything to do with people around you. Deaths of those close. Okay. So just basically just hold on tight. The 7-year. 7 is the psychic number. It's a sabbatical cycle. If you have this as your second, we haven't gotten to that yet. Okay. It is a year of, basically, it is a sabbatical year. It's a year of where you want to retreat. You've had enough of all these years, and you just you want to be alone. You want to just be by yourself. You have a feeling of, the other side of it is you may feel depressed, sad for no reason, nostalgic. You just want to be alone. You may be thinking a lot about the past, regrets, just nostalgic. You just want to be alone. You may just feel like reading a book and staying home. It won't be a wild party year. You'll just want to introspect and kind of look over your life. And try to figure out what you need to keep and what you need to maybe change. You want peace and quiet. And what you need to change. But you do it in a personal way. It's a very private year. In your own mind. And that's okay, because that's just the way you feel. And people say, well, why don't you want to come out with us? Why don't you, we'll go out and we'll have a good time. And you're just like, no, I don't, I just want to stand and watch this whole movie. I just don't really feel like it. And there may be a tendency, there will be a depression. Hopefully not too bad. You'll feel sad. You'll feel nostalgic. You'll be lots of memories will flood in. And you'll be thinking about, what could I have done differently maybe? Or did I do anything differently? It's kind of like the Hermit card. The Hermit in the Tarot. It's a nostalgic year. Okay. The 8-year. The 8-year is the grand year of the double fours. It's the year of reaping your rewards. The 2 fours. The 4 was the year of working hard, plotting and pushing forward. And the 8-year is collecting on that. It's the year where everything will revolve around money. Year to make purchases. It's a year where you'll find everything will revolve around money and job. If it's a great opportunity to change a job, take it. If it's not a good opportunity, wait. Just if it's a great opportunity. Purchases, but it also tells you not to overdo it on the purchases. No excesses. Because you'll be tempted. You might come into unexpected money. Be careful with that. Still be wise with what you spend and what you have. Remember, winter is coming. And you need to save. But still, you can enjoy yourself, sure. But just remember that after the summer comes the fall and then the winter. So just with an 8-year, everything is about money. So just be careful. You might get some unexpected surprises, which you probably will. On the downside, sometimes the money situation is bad. Everything involves money, but it could go flip side on you. They say it flips every 18 years because there are 9-year cycles. And I found that to be true. But everything will be around money. So be careful with this year. If in your name number, if you have too many 8s, or a lot of 8s, it might mean that you are just overly obsessed with money or too worried about money. Okay, and the last number we have is the universal number, the card of the universe. The number is 9. This means this is a year where you take a look back at all the numbers that you have, and you will be starting something new, especially later in the year around September. A new cycle will be starting because it will be going around again into your 1 year. So it's the end of the 9-year. The 9-year is a transition period into your 1 year again. You look back on your days, your life, what's happened, if you don't know about this, but you look back on it and you try to figure out what you need to get rid of, what you need to keep. It's not like so introverted as the 7, but what in your life, it'll naturally happen. You'll find things leaving you, and you'll find new things beginning. There'll be new beginnings. And this is an opportunity for you to take them, if they're good. And you also might feel very confused and saying, why are all these things happening? A lot of changes are happening, and I really don't know why, and I'm not sure which way to go. But you'll be guided. You'll be guided. Just try to make the best decisions you can. And like I said, around September, there will be a lot of changes happening, and it will be nature, God, and the numbers will be transitioning you over to a 1 year. So that's when the changes will happen, around September. And September is the 9-month also, which also tells you it's transition month. So that's the way your numerology, your months work. So I hope everybody got that. That was a quick synopsis. With your name, okay, I'll do my name. I'll give you my, I don't want to give my last name, but my real name, was Rhonda. I just call myself Rhonda. I had to change Raina because I didn't want the trolls to have my name. So, say my name was Rhonda Smith. Alright, you can check by the chart that's a 9, an 8, O is a 6, N is a 5, 4, 1, Smith is 1, 4, 9, 2, 8. All right, we make our little box. That's my name. That's how I appear to others. We make the box here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have a 9. I have 1 9, 1 8, 1 6, 1 5, 1 4, 2 1s, another 4, that's 2 4s, another 9, 1 2, and 1 8. So I have 2 8s, 2 4s. So I'm missing 3s and I'm missing 7s. So that might mean I need to learn to introspect a little more than I do. Maybe I'm stuck on a certain spiritual belief or lacking spiritual beliefs or introspection. And I might need to work on that, because that's the way people see me. They see me maybe as shallow. And also with the 3, the same thing. The 0-3s, they may see me as catty, and that I talk too much about others. They kind of go together. That I talk too much about others, then they see me as shallow. And they don't, they really don't trust me, because they think I'm a kind of a sly person, and I'm not really, I don't really care about them. I don't have an enormity of numbers in any of the so I'm not like overloaded on anything. This is not my real name, but I'm actually a 4 birth number, name number. So you can figure out your own, and then you can, go with the numbers, and basically the numbers mean the same thing. And let me see. So that's what you can figure out for now. And let's see. There's our chart. You just make the 9, the 3, 1, 2, 3 across, 3 across, 3 across, and just A, B, C, D, E, F, and find out what numbers you have extras of, and how many, in each box, and you might have to work on that particular thing. Now, if you're married, I would change it to Brittingham. And I've gained some numbers, and I've lost some numbers, and which is fine, and that's how people see me. Now, the personal year number is very important. Also, I think we're going to cut that for today, and we'll learn more about that. But that's basically your numerology. So I'm in a stinking 4 year. So next year, things will kind of go cuckoo. And if your partner or you are in the same, which is probably unlikely, same year, but if hopefully you'd be in corresponding years, that would be great. So let me know what you think about this. If you have questions, this is just part 1. So I'm going to post this, and I want to tell you about my 9/11 experience that I had before 9/11 happened. So I shall say goodbye, and just ask questions. There's a lot more to it than this. So this is very accurate, you'll find. And like I said, I use it. If I do a reading, I ask for the person's name and to find out what year they're in, and it does help a lot. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.